Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be based on this look that I'm wearing right here, another fall inspired look. I actually wore, I didn't wear this look, but the technique that I used and how I did the eyeshadow is kind of how I wore I think like about a week ago, 2 weeks ago I went out and I wanted subtle, but I didn't want no eyeshadow. So I just focused all the eyeshadow on the lower lash line, and with whatever excess product, I just flicked it onto my lid. You guys will surely see that in the video. If you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so let's get on with the video. I'm gonna start with my face first. So I'm trying not to mess up my nails because I just painted them. So for my T-zone, I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Forever Step 1 Smoothing Primer, just to smooth out this area because it is a little rough and you do have some noticeable pores. So I'm just going to throw that right along here. I'm not going to go any because I want to keep it generally on my T-zone, a little bit in between my brows, on top of my lip, on my chin. And you can already tell it's a little smoother. And then for the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my Step 1 Base Hydrating Primer if it wants to come out. With that on the rest of my face. I feel like I haven't done a talker in forever. I already have my eyes primed and my brows are on with my Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Caramel, and I already have my eyes primed with MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. I'm going to go in with the Maybelline FitMe foundations in Dewy and Smooth and Matte and Poreless. These have been my non-stop go-to foundations lately. They're so awesome. I finally got a color that is my skin tone, like matches my neck. The other one, I should have got the 120 or the 125 or something like that, or the 115. But it was too pink for me. I like foundations with a little bit more of a yellowy undertone. I don't like looking pink. It's just, you know, it's personal reference. So I'm just going to take the Matte and Poreless and I'm going to throw it all where I put the smoothing primer. So my nose, around my nose, the middle of my forehead, my chin, and then around my mouth, because I do get smile lines. When I laugh like really hard, I get dimples. So yeah, it creases. And then throw that on my neck, and then I'm just gonna go in with the Dewy and Smooth on the perimeter of my face. This foundation is honestly my favorite. Like, I've been using this over my the Makeup Forever HD foundation, and that's a big deal for me because that's my go-to foundation and I just don't want to use it anymore. So I'm just going to go in with a damp beauty blender. I'm going to start the center. I'm going to start with the center of my face. And I'm just going to push it all into my skin. I'm going to go in with my tried and true, my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. I'm going to go in with the darker color first, concentrating it where I have more of dark circles, more reddish. Go around my nose. And then I'm going to go in with the lighter color on top, but not straight on top of it, just going to feather out around it. You don't want to put the lighter color on top of the color that you're trying to conceal with, because then it's going to highlight those dark circles rather than conceal them. So that's why I put the dark color around my dark circles, and then I put the lighter color fading away just to conceal underneath it, but just to highlight, highlight underneath it, but still conceal those circles. And you want to push it into your skin. You don't want to swipe it, because you want to get that product right where you want it, and swiping it will just move it all around. If you want, when you're done, you can kind of take your beauty blender and roll it, just so you don't have a separation. And then I'm going to go in and just set that with my Mercier translucent setting powder. And this has been really making my eyes a little bit sensitive, so I'm not going to bake. When I bake and I get all that fallout, it really irritates my eyes. Like, it was really bad the other day. I was like in the middle of putting on a lash, and all my eye kept doing was like twitching and like tearing. It was really bad. So I'm gonna move on to bronzer. This has honestly been like my favorite bronzer ever since I got it in my Ipsy glam bag. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Waterproof Bronzer. It's really nice. I've been meaning to go and pick up like a full size of it, but I really always forget every time I go into Sephora. So I'm just gonna lightly bronze, give some color back into my face, because when you do highlight a lot, you look a little flat. You don't want to look flat, especially in the fall. You want to look nice and semi-bronze, not too much bronze. We do like to move that bronze over from the summer to the fall. So this is like the perfect bronzer to do that, because it's just so beautiful. It has a nice sheen to it. Like in some lighting, if you see, there's a little sheen to it. It looks like you have like a little highlight underneath it. It's really nice. Don't forget to blend like by your ear and a little bit under here. You don't want to get a little line. You want to make sure you bronze all over. So I'm going to go back in with the Mercier translucent setting powder, and for the under my like contour line, I use the Real Technique sponge. I use the flat edge. It's just so much easier. It literally gets right there. Literally gets right there. That's why I like this one a lot. It's super inexpensive. And then I'm just going to take the tip of it, or you could switch it to the other side, and I'm just going to go around my cheek to make a nice apple. So while this is baking, I'm going to go in with a blush. I'm going going in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the color Dollface. It really is my favorite. It's my favorite blush during like fall and winter, because it gives some life back into your cheeks. It's nice and pink, but it's not too much. I know Tarte has some super pink blushes, but this one is right in that line, like before like natural and dramatic. If you want, you can go in and just blend it out. I'm just going to go in with the Real Technique stippling brush and just wipe off the excess powder. And then I'm just going to go in slightly with the NARS Ita brush and my Makeup Forever bronzer in the color, I want to say 20M. I'm just going to really lightly contour, and I'm not bringing it all the way in. I'm just concentrating it by my ear and by my hairline. And then for my highlight, I'm going to take two shades. A little bit excessive, I know. But I'm first going to go in with Anastasia's Peach Nectar Highlighter. This is such a beautiful shade. Oh my god, it's so pretty. It's like the perfect blush toned color, but with highlight in it. So I'm going to put that right here. Let me show you. Let me find my brush. I'm going to put that on with a Japanesque 915 brush. So I'm going to focus this here. right above the apples, and because it has that peachy rose gold undertone to it, it's going to add to the blush, and it's going to make you look like you have a little bit more of a natural highlight. But I'm just going to put it where the blush is. I'm not going to go higher than that, because then if you don't have blush or any other color above it, you'll see the rose gold undertone and it'll look weird. And then I'm going to go in with another Anastasia illuminator, as I should really call it, because that's what it's called. I'm going to go in with So Hollywood. It's just like the perfect champagne color. And I'm going to put it on top of the peach nectar, but I'm also going to bring it up. Following where my eyebrow is, the tail of my eyebrow, I'm going to go in and highlight this C shape, just to really make me glow. And if you think you added enough highlighter, you never really did, so add more. So now for the eyes. The eyes are probably my favorite part, just because they're so effortless. The eyes are just so effortless, and I absolutely love the way they came out. So I'm going to go in first with the Kat Von D Shade Light palette. This is what it looks like. It has a warm tone quad, a cool tone quad, and then a more warm quad. And I'm going to go in with any of these colors. You can go in with this dark brown, you can go in this dark brown, this dark brown, you can even go in with the black. I'm going to go in with a dark brown first, just to give me a guideline of where I would put the black later. I'm going to take that brown, and I'm going to focus it on the outer portion of the lower lash line. And I'm going to even extend it out, just slightly. I'm going to extend it out as if we're drawing a wing liner. That's why I went in with a brown first, because if you didn't like the placement of it, black is really hard to blend out, and then you would just have to take it off and go back in, reapply all your makeup, and it's just a hassle. So go in with the next lightest color. So if you want to do it cool, you can do a gray, you could do a purple, you can do whatever you want. Just take a lighter color, because black is really, really hard, just to make a guideline of where you want it. So that's kind of where my wing would be anyway. Go back in with some more brown and connect it as if you're doing a winged liner. So take it from the tip of the line that you made and connect it to your lid. It doesn't have to be perfect, because this is what makes it so seamless. Okay, so now that you have that down pat, leave it there. You could go in with any kind of brush and just blend it out so you don't have any harsh lines. I'm going to go in and just blend it out. I need a different brush. You can add product or you could leave it alone. So you're honestly just going to keep repeating this step. You're going to add a different color each time. So I'm going to go in with a Ready Brown color. I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek's Bitten. And I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm not going to go over that line. I'll show you. I'm going to take Bitten on one of these Anastasia brushes that come in their palette. I love these. I'm going to take the stiffer side. I'm going to take Bitten, and I'm just going to go over that dark brown shade. And then I'm going to take a little bit on a MAC 221. And I'm going to blend it. I'm going to take a little bit of Bitten on the top, and I'm just going to blend out that brown. But I'm going to keep in the shape that we made. I'm not going to bring it into my crease or anything. I'm going to keep it into that shape that we made. I'm just going to go in with a fluffy brush and just blend out it even more, just to make it even more seamless. If you want, you can go in with any kind of skin colored, bone colored shadow, and just blend it out. It up even more. I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills Red Earth eyeshadow. It's this really like deep browny plummy color, and I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did with that first brown color, just to deepen up the look before I go in with black. With any excess product that is on any of the brushes that you used, Morphe M508 brush and the black from the Kat Von D Shade Light palette, right in the middle. And I'm just going to concentrate that on my lower lash line and the upper lash line, so the outer corner portion. Just like that. And then I'm going to go in with a Morphe E17. Kind of looks like a Sephora, one of the Sephora brushes. This is what it looks like. It's really fluffy and it's really blendable. It's a dual fiber, so they're awesome. I'm just going to go in with any color and just blend it out. You can blend it out with a brown, you can blend it out with a bone colored shadow, you can blend it out with bitten, you can blend it out with pretty much anything. That's pretty much how you should have the eye. I'm just going to go ahead and apply my mascara. I'm going to use the Benefit Roller Lash. I'm going to go do the other eye and apply both lashes off camera. Okay, so for the lips, and then you're done with this look. For the lips, I'm going to go in with Anastasia of Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Trust Issues. This color, man. In some lighting, it looks like super purple. But then in other lighting, it looks like a perfect fall shade. It's weird. It's weird. In with Night Moth lip pencil from MAC, just because it's dark and it gives me a nice... Even though you line your lips, go slow with dark lipstick, especially liquid lipstick. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I love fall, so you'll definitely be seeing a lot more bold lips. You'll be seeing a lot more bold eyes. Enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all in my next one. Bye!